Recording. Okay, guys, good morning, and we are starting our new week today. So we will continue with our CSS class, and before we start, let's create our project folder, right? So I'm going to create 3.css simply and add index page. So index.html and style.css. Okay. So as usual, right? We just create your template here, and we change the title learning basic css, right? So today we will be learning about, let's add unit also, right? Css unit, maybe. Yeah, css unit. Then we can add maybe height. I'm just adding all that in the heading, right? Let's not do that. Better keep it downside here. I'll just add in a comment, but before that I want to link my css file, right? So dot slash and style.css, simple. Okay, now what are the things we're going to cover? Let me put it here. So let's talk about css unit also, okay? Because now we have done some css, so we should understand css unit. Like there is a pixel, that's what we're using so far. There is a percentage, there is em, rem, right? There is more, but out of that we're gonna use let's say v height and v width, right? V width for now. Let's keep up to here, right? We're gonna try to understand all this, okay? And the next one will be height, right? Height and width, okay? Height, width, and the max width. So we can try to understand this one also, okay? And next will be, yeah, font, right? Font. Then there is text, and we're gonna check the icon also, right? Icon also, icons. So what else is there? Let's see. So you have a text, font, and icons. Okay, so let's keep it up to here. So there is a links also, right? What last time I think we talked, you guys had one question about the links, but here is the links. But let's keep it up to here for now, and let's move on. So I will make a comment here, okay? Select control backslash, right? So I just select everything and control backslash, and it added the comment in my page here, right? See everything inside comment. So now unit, what is css unit? Unit, right? Basically, in css we have property and value. So the pixel is like a, in the every monitor, right? Every screen basically is made of like pixel. It's like a small dot, right? That is called pixel. And pixel is the fixed unit, okay? Pixel is what? It's a fixed unit, right? Pixel is fixed unit, okay? So when you give something fixed size, right, that is pixel. And we use px, right? Px for pixel. So if I have to, right, for example, if I take a as heading 1, let's yeah, okay, that's fine. So this is fixed, this is heading 1, right? Styled with pixel. Okay, so now let's minimize this. I'm gonna open the code right in our browser. So let's go back, open live server. So what unit will be best for us, right? That's what we're gonna understand, and that we will start using. Okay, we just start using the best one. Most of the time you are using pixel, but we will try to avoid that now, right? And just use the relational unit, like more responsive unit. Okay, but first let's understand before we do something, right? So in pixel here, you just can select heading 1, right? Let's remove everything, okay? The margin and padding, right? Adding the universal. So always when you have css, give a margin 0. Just remember this, okay? And add this on the beginning of your code, right? And box sizing border box. Just do this one always when you have CSS. We will learn about the reset, right? There are different company, okay, the which provide the reset for our page, okay, and we can use that also later on, but for now let's add the simple reset for our page that will reset the whole thing. So you see the heading one moves on the top left corner, right? Okay, so we are going to understand pixel, right? Px, correct. I can add, comment even in CSS also, right? I select it and control backslash, or you can just type like this, right? That is, so when you have 0, right, you don't have to put any unit. But let's say I select heading 1 and I can give a width, right? Width of 500 pixel. This is fixed, okay? Right now you're not going to see anything, right? Because everything is white. You're not going to see. But let's give a make this heading 1 box, right? So how I can do that? Border. Just add a border and I'm going to see the box. So 3 pixel solid red. Okay, now see, now my heading 1 is just 500 pixel. If I make it 800, right, save it get 800. But see, now it's overflow, right? See that it is overflow now. See, you cannot see the outline, right? You cannot see outline, overflowing. Let's inspect this. See, basically 800, this this box is 800 pixel and it's just overflow. Okay, I mean, if I expand this, right, see that, see if I can scroll now, right, there is a scroll bar because of the overflow, right? I can let's see if I can get this. It's not coming up, right, somehow. But the reason what I am trying to say, right, this is a fix. See, it's just growing, right? Not responsive. Okay, it is not responsive. The width, first of all, the width is not responsive itself. This width is not responsive right now. With this size, right, it is not responsive. Just remember that. The next one, right, pixel is fixed size. It not gonna just remember, pixel is a fixed size and it will not gonna it will not respond to the size of the page. That's the problem, right? Always. Okay, for now just remember that. But see, it's 800 and it's gonna stay the same size always, right? When you make something 800 pixel, it's gonna stay like that. So normally we don't do this, right? We avoid giving fixed size to any element. We don't do this. Okay, so what will be the best way to handle this situation? So it is right now 100%, right? This is 100%. So either you can use percentage, right? Percentage. If I say width, right, width of, let's say, 60%, then it will be 60% of my screen size. Okay, responsive in relation to something, right? So see, now my screen size got in decrease, right? So it is 60% of my screen size, percentage wise it moving. Okay, so the percent is the in relation to something. Okay, let's see who is here, right? Someone clicked. Okay,
I think it might be Ryan. Yes.
okay, all right. So
Okay, Ryan is in. I told Ryan just to hang back, Dave, and that you'll speak to him at the end of the class.
yeah, so after maybe
Show your face, Ryan, so that people can see you.
yeah, so we will have a chat after class. Maybe after 1 hour we will continue. I mean, I will have chat with him.
Thank you.
Okay, so while let's say this is the responsive, I mean the percent, right? Percent, we all know that percent means if you have $100, right, and you make 10% every month, means 10 part of 100, right? That is what you get every month. So just remember that percent is in relation to something. So it will be in relation to the parent element, right? right now it's the screen, so it is 60% of that element. But if you have any div here, right, let's just understand this. If you have any div, sorry, where is our page here, right? Let's say I have a div or section, whatever, right? Here, let's say I have section and it has a ID of maybe hero, right? And I will put this inside the section now. Okay, and I'm gonna give some size to the section element, right? So that is hero ID, right? So I'll just say as hero, and I will make it width of maybe, let's make a section width of 800 pixel, for example. Okay, 800 pixel. I said don't use the 800 pixel, but I'm just for explanation to understand I'm making for now, right? Then what gonna happen? And I will give some border also here, border 5 pixel solid orange. Okay, now let's go back and check. So see, because my section is 800 pixel, right, and the h1 is 60% of the parent element. Now 60% of parent, okay, it will be always 60% of parent, but parent is itself not responsive, right? So that is not a good sign. So let's do this now. Let's change back to, let's change the parent to maybe how much, make it maybe 80% of the container, right? That is the body. Now the parent itself, the section is 80% of the body, right? See, so see, things will move. The section will be always 80% of the body, not body but the media, right? Display media, the screen, right? 80% of the screen. And similarly the child, right, who is the h1, is 60% of that parent section. Okay, so that's how they are related, percentage wise they are related. Okay, so you have to understand that percent. The next one is, let's understand em and rem, right? Em and rem. Okay, before that I want to talk about the vh, right, and view width, right? Vh, that is view height, and view width, right? Okay, so what is vh? The vh is the height of the screen, right? The whole height of the screen, that is the view height of the screen. So I have the section, this section, I'm going to give that section the 100% height of the screen. So how I can do that? So in my hero here, I'll just call height, right? Height, and I will cut 100 vh, view height. Okay, and see now. So see, my screen now got 100% of the height, right? See, so it just even overflow right here. See that is, it just overflow. So see now, because my screen is big, right? The screen height, okay, screen height, 100% of your media, right? View height 100%. So that is the view height. Okay, and width, the width right now hero is 80%, but I can make it 100 view height, right? So let's check now. So 100 sorry, view width, not height, right? View width, this is width, right? So horizontal, okay, that is width. Save now, and now look at here, right? So the hero section now is 100% of the screen. Screen means my device, right? If you have mobile screen, it will be 100 view of the mobile screen, and height will be 100 height of the mobile screen. So let's see if that is responsive or not. So it is responsive, right? See that it just change according to the size of the screen. See that? So this is a responsive size, right? Okay, so we can even make it, let's say you don't want 100, right? You want maybe 90. Okay, the 90 width, the 90% of the screen size, right? Basically whatever the display size, right? So sometimes when you are just playing around this, right, just have to refresh it, okay, because you just get some kind of bug and it will not be displaying properly. Then you just refresh the page and it will be adjusted. And even height you can change. Let's change the height to let's say 50 vh, right? 50 vh. See, now it is the 50% of the whole height right now. Look at here. And if I bring this down, look at this. Okay, so vh and vw, right? This is the responsive unit. Okay, the only not responsive is, right, the pixel. So we're going to avoid using pixel. So you just have to understand where you're going to use percentage, right? And then where you're going to view. Sometimes you have to make things 100% of your screen height and the width also, right? So in that situation you just do the vw and vh. Okay, all right. So now the next one is what? Next one is EM and REM, right? This is one of the most important one. Okay, and that's what we're going to use by in place of PX. So we're just going to use REM, right? So this is called emphasize, I think, emphasize unit, or and this is a relational unit, right? Relational unit. So both are basically responsive unit. But what is EM mean, right? So let's try to understand that. EM and REM. So we're gonna do one simple example now. Let's go back here, and I want to create something. So in the section here, right? Let's say not section. Let's keep it outside. S2 tag, and I'll call it heading 2. Okay, to demonstrate this, right, I'm gonna put a div also. So let's call this ID of maybe let's call it our hero text, right? Text, something like that is okay. And add this heading to inside the box. So now heading 2 is the child of div, right? So first we're going to select this, and just make it, just try to understand simply, okay? Don't confuse too much. What I'm going to do, right, I'm going to give some size. Okay, so let's say font size, right? Font size I'm making 20 pixel, for example. Okay, 20 pixel. So now, right, so see, heading 2 looks that, right? Look at here, heading 2 is 20 pixel, and then, or maybe I will make it 40 pixel. Okay, now save. Hero text and 40 pixel, and does not change anything, right? There is no change. Why? So hero text heading 2, right? It did not change anything. So let's make it 60. It's just not changing, right? Okay, so there is something wrong. Oh yeah, because I have an ID right here. See that? So must be hashtag no class. Now that changed. Okay, so sometimes you just have to be careful. Like I was not, right? So make it 20 pixel for now. Save this, and it look like that. So this is a pixel. For example, let's say this is a parent, right? And we have heading 2 also. So if, right, if I go and change the font size of heading 2 now to let's say 2em, now what happened now? 2em, right? Or if I make it 3em, right? So look at that. So now em means what? In relation, right, to the parent. Okay, so the parent is who? This hero text, right? So 3 means 3 time of this 60. Okay, 3 time of 6, sorry, 20, right? 20. So that is basically this equal to 60 pixel. Let's make this, I will make this maybe 5 or 10 pixel and save. See now that is 30 pixel, right? 30 pixel. So em is always act to relation is parent, right? Whatever the size in parent, that many time it will increase. Okay, that's how em work, right? So let's say the problem with this now, what will be the problem, right? Let's say there is one more parent now, and that parent has some more size, right? Then it will grow from here, it will multiply by that time, right? So that's why it is recommended, but like not to use this em, right, when you are not sure, like how things changing. Okay, because that will create a lot of trouble, because you are trying to do something one size, and it will be, it will getting some different size because of the relation, right, to the parent size. So they came with the next unit, right, called rem. Okay, root, right, in relation to the root. So how we can create a root now? So either, right, you can do the body like this and give a font size, right? Font size to maybe, let's call it 10 pixel. Okay, 10 pixel, like that. Now it will be in relation to the root, right? Okay, to the body only, not with any its parent or nowhere, right? It will just in relation to the root element. But the better, right, always do this root. Okay, like that, and that's it. That's it, right? That's it. So now let's check, right? I'm going to create one element just outside, right? And we're going to use that. Okay, so this is the wrong comment I have to do. So that is 30. This is 30 pixel. Okay, but let's take one example now. So outside here, right, even if I can put this heading 3 inside here is okay, does not matter. Okay, so I will say heading 3, and I will go back here and select heading 3, right? And I will apply font size to let's say 5 rem now, right? 5 rem. Look at that. So this is what, how many unit now, how many pixels? So 5 times 10. So now from now on, right, what you're gonna do, just add this in your, after your universal selector. Okay, just add this root unit, make it 10. Why I put 10, right? If I don't put 10, then this will be, this will take the base as the browser unit. Remember, browser has 16 pixel by default, right? So it will based on browser, so it will multiply with 16 times 5. So sometimes it is difficult to do the calculation math, right? So why we not make sure our website is consistent in size all over the universe, right? Whoever opens, our size will be based on this. Okay, of course they can zoom, right? They can do the zoom and all that. Okay, I mean, there is no issue with that. Where is the zoom, right? If you go to your zoom, you can zoom it, it's okay. See, it will grow, right? It will grow, everything is fine. If someone need to make it big, it will work, right? Does not, no matter. I mean, because right now I have a zoom to 175 just to make things, so you guys can see clearly, but that is okay. So what we gonna, from today onward, right, what we will do, we just gonna use this rem and percentage most of the time. Okay, most of the time. So let's take one example, right? I'm going to create one button here. Okay, and let's say click here, right, something like that. Yeah, and let's style this button with our rem unit, rem. So we have already based 10 here, right? So okay, so now I'm going to select button, and then we're going to do some background color first, right? Background color. So let's make it what color I can do here, let's put that one. Okay, so when I save, it looks like that, right? Let's remove the border. So see that back, I don't like border in the button, right? So border will be none. Okay, it looks like that, right? Let's change the color of the text, right? Colors will be maybe, what we can do, let's say violet. Yeah, let's make that violet. Oh, not good. Okay, how about this? I don't know. I'm not good at selecting color. Okay, so let's keep it like this, right? Click here, hashtag. Okay, save. All right, that's fine. Now, right, we're gonna change the width and height of the box, the button box. So that is padding, right? You guys know already. So let's make it 1.5, right? Or maybe 1.2 rem, top and bottom, and left and right. We're gonna make it 2 rem. Okay, so that is 10 pixel, 20 pixel left and right, and 1.2 will be around, I think, 12, right? Something like that. 12, I believe. 12 rem left, top and bottom. Okay, save this, and it looks something like that, right? But you can decrease if you don't want, right? Let's make it small, and let's make this maybe 1.5, or let's keep it like that. Yeah, okay. Now you can change the border radius, right? Border radius to how much? Maybe 3 rem. We can do that. That's rounded, right? That become round, almost 33 pixels, something like that. So yeah, 33 pixels. So let's make it small, right? Maybe 0 0.5, 0 0.5. Okay, 0.5 rem. Let's see. Yeah, that looks better, right? Okay, all corner. Okay, it's little. So we can change the font size also. You can change font size also. Font size, how much we want? Maybe 1.6 rem is okay. So yeah, you can do cursor pointer, right? Cursor pointer also. See, so now if I bring my mouse hover here, right? See, I can click that button. Okay, what else you can do? So you can change the color combination, right? I'm just showing you how you're going to use now this unit. Yeah, okay, so that was one example, basically, let's say, about unit, right? So now on, we're going to use rem unit and percentage. If we have to, vh and vh and vw, right, to make things whole screen, if we have to, right? But just understand about all this unit for now. So there is some message. Okay, 1 second. Okay, Polly has to go. Okay, fine. So now, right, okay, so we went through that. Let's go back, and so let's check our next topic, right? What is next topic? So I mean, we're going to talk about this unit again. I mean, it's okay, but just understand, right? There is something called EM and REM. So REM we're going to use all the time now. We're not going to use pixel, because REM is the relational unit, right? It is mostly responsive unit, okay? And we have to start using everything which makes sense for the browser, right? Better accessibility and all that. Okay, so the height, width, and max width, right? Let's talk about max width. I mean, you saw the width, right? Width is the fixed. If you give something to the width, right? Uh, width will be fixed, but you can make things responsive also by just using the different unit, okay? But the max width means what? Max width. So let's try to understand that. I think I talked about max width last time also, but I will give a simple div here, right? To demonstrate the, and I have a paragraph with some text inside, okay? So this div, we call it id of maybe demo, right? So let's select that. So that is id demo, demo. And if I just give a width like this, right? And let's say I make 10 rem, okay? So let's check now, right? See how it looks. But I mean, you see, right now you're not going to see different, right? But let's add some border to demonstrate, right? 5 pixel. So I mean, in here, right, like something like this, like border is okay, because still the box is, if your box is responsive, that border will be not a problem. Okay, you can give border 5 pixel, it does not matter. The width of the box is important, right? You should not be making width of the box, uh basically you should not be making width of the box fixed, you don't do that. Okay, so I can do the rem also, does not matter. 5, the 5 pixel is how much? 0.5 rem, right? According to my size, I just have to make half, that is 0.5, because 1 rem is 10 pixels, so I'll just do 0.5 rem. 0.5, so that is 5 pixel, 5 pixels solid, and I will give red color, that is the border. Okay, so it looks something like this, right? Width is 10 rem, so that is 100 pixel, right? 100 pixel. So if I do, let's make it like 50 rem, right? That 500 pixel, that's the 500 pixel. So let's check, right? Check, see if this is responsive or not. Okay, so with rem, right, this is responsive. See that with rem, even the width is fixed, right? See, but still it is not overlapping. Okay, it is not overlapping, right? See that it is not responsive, it's fixed, but it's shrinking down, right? It's shrinking down just with rem. Okay, if I have done like 500 pixel here, what gonna happen? If I have done this, right, then let's refresh this page. Okay, it is still doing the same thing, right? So basically there is no different. But you know why it is recommended. Okay, demo width is 500 pixel. Let's make it little 8, right? Is our page responsive, right? This is responsive. Okay, now see, now the problem is start again, right? See that, see that, that's what I was trying to say. Okay, see, it's overlap now, right? See, that's why sometimes you just have to refresh it or something. See, that was the problem. Okay, so we should not be doing that, right? So 50 rem, save, and now see it get back, right? See that it back. So that's why I said, now with this example you should understand, right, the rem is the responsive unit. Even this is the fixed size, right? 500 pixel right now, because 50 into 10 is 500 pixel, but we just adding rem, our box fit inside the screen size. Okay, see, okay, fine. Now what is the max width, right? Max width, max width, max width, right? See, now with max width, what gonna happen, right? The box will shrink, it gonna shrink. Okay, it is maximum 500 pixel, it is maximum 500 pixel, but the box itself become more responsive now. When I go below 500, right, the box will be shrinking down. See that it's shrinking, basically the height is growing, right? Last time when there was fixed unit, even our box was just fitting inside the container, or our screen, but the height was not growing, not growing, right? But now you see the height is growing. That is the difference between width and max width. Maximum it will be 500 pixel, right now is 50 rem, but when you go below 500, it can collapse, it can shrink also. So that's why it is recommended to use max width in place of width, because it is more responsive, the box is still more responsive than width. Okay, so with rem is little bit responsive, but just adding max width, the box get more responsive. Just remember that. So that is width and max width, difference between width and max width. Okay, so this is one thing to keep in mind. Okay, sometimes I remember when we create a oh no, sorry, I have not teach that part yet. Okay, that was for different thing, right? Okay, I have all right. So now let's talk about the text, right? So let's look at the text here quickly. So you guys can just open this right link later on and just look at here. Okay, so the text basically, what are the property in text we're gonna learn, right? How you add the color to the text, that is color property, correct? Color. So let's increase little bit. Okay, yeah, that's fine. So you can add the text, right, of the color. So any element you select and you change the color property, basically you can add the color property, that is text. So that is the first one, right? First property is, for text, the first property is color. Next, you can add background to the text, right? Also, okay, so you can select any element, right, and you can add the background color. That is fine, right? So color and background color, you just be clear. You select any element, and when you do the color, the text will be that color. If there is a background color, then the background for that element will be added. So next one, let's text alignment, right? Text alignment. So what is text alignment and text direction? So text direction, normally we don't worry right now. The text alignment means you have a text, right, and you're going to put left, right, center. Okay, so let's do quick examples now. So even here, right, this is the paragraph in our demo, and we're going to add some style. So let's go back. So let's close this so that we can see this here, right? So I'm going to remove this width for now. Okay, this width for now, or make it let's make it maybe 100 rem, right, like that. So it will be something like this. Okay, this big. There is a lot of text, right? So you're not gonna see big difference. So let's remove some of the text from there so that you're gonna properly get the understanding how things work. So by default, this text is aligned where? On the left side, right? Left side. So always when you have because every element has a text alignment, and starting from the left corner, left top corner, right? So I will add some padding, okay, in the demo so that it will be more visible. So let's go back. I'll just add some padding. Top and bottom, let's make it 1 rem. Let's make it 1 rem all side, right? Yeah. So there is space, 10 pixel all side. Now I'm going to select, right, inside the demo there is a paragraph, right? I'll just select p tag. We have only one p tag, okay? Who is here? Let's see.
Sorry, Dave, I've got another guest.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
Mohammed is joining us. He's just going to hang back and listen today, and then we'll speak to him later.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks, Dave. Sorry for interrupting.
It's okay, no problem. All right, so let's continue, right? Let's continue. So I have select the paragraph, right? And then we are talking about the alignment, left, right, center, all that. So first one is, by default, what is this? This is text align left, right? If I do text align, right, align left, nothing gonna happen, correct? It's by default it is left. But if I do center now, so it get in the center of the box. See, that's the center. Okay, I can do text align right. Okay, so now it's in the right side, right? See, so just remember now, right, that you have paragraph, you can do what, all kind of things, and you have, I mean, we're going to learn about font also, right? So font size, font family, font weight, that will be in the font part, right? So what are the things we do with the text? What are the properties we're going to use in text, right? So that is what we are focusing right now. So text align, we saw that. So in text align, center, left, right. Left is always by default, we know that, So remember that justify is what? Justify is like equally, right? Equally centered. Okay, so that is justify. There is one more thing, right? Justify, each line is stressed so that every line has equal width. Equal width, right? That is justify. So because we have only one paragraph right there, so you're not gonna have a, let's put text align justify right for now and see. Sometimes we use justify to make things like proper, right? In Word document you have seen, right, justify means it will be properly aligned. So let's check now right here. See, it is on the left side, but right now we don't have the, what you call that, next another paragraph. So add a couple of more paragraph to visualize, right? Let's do that. I'm doing some, let's close this one, I don't need that. Let's go back here in index page and I'm gonna add, just copy this, right, and maybe add couple of time. Okay, and save this. See, they all, you know, just properly aligned, right? See, they just, you see the left border on the left side, right, of the paragraph. See, exactly same, you know. Even if I add something here, right, what's gonna happen? It grows, right? In one side it grow, but you know, on the left, look at the left side how it is properly aligned. So basically that is the justify. If you put in the center, will be same thing now, right? So it is centered like this. See, it's centered, right? Something like that. Okay, so what else is there now? You see justify left, right. So you can also, there is something called text align last, right? Properties, how to align the last line of a text. So this will be, you know, in the paragraph, right? You can select something, you know, like you can give a class name, right? If you have many paragraph, you can select one of them and apply the style. Okay, just apply the style, right? So let's say A, B, C, right? We have 3 paragraph here. Can we do that? Yes. So we can have a class name for each. I mean, these are the technique you can use, right? But normally for now you don't have to worry too much. Okay, class B and class C, right? C. So if I select C now, right, C, I just gonna do one thing, one. Okay, so I say P dot C, right, and I want to text align left, no, sorry, right, make it right. Okay, and just check now. So see, now my last paragraph C1 is text align on the right side. So you can move this with just simple tweak, right, simple change in your text property. Okay, text align last. Okay, so that is the, let's not worry about this direction and Unicode. Okay, for now you can even change the direction of the text, right? So no need to worry. The more important is text transform. So uppercase, lowercase and capitalize, right? We can do that. Text transform means basically uppercase, lowercase and capitalize. So this is very important, right? All the time we use. And the example will be, right, in the button. If you want to make all this text capitalize, what we can do now? We have the example, right? So let's look at the button and we can go here and we say text transform. Text transform should be, see, uppercase, lowercase, capitalize. So let's make it uppercase. Save this and see, all that changed to uppercase, right? Okay, so let's go back to our C, right? And I'm going to do the text transform to uppercase or maybe lowercase, right? You can do whatever you want, or capitalize. Okay, so let's do capitalize, right? So what is capitalize? So each word first character will be changed to, each word, right, the first character will change to capital. That is capitalize. See, okay, you can do lowercase also, right? You can change this to lowercase. Save. Now everything is lowercase. You can do uppercase, right? Means everything will be changed to uppercase. See, now everything is changed to uppercase. Clear, guys? So that is important property. Text transform is one of the most important. You're going to use all the time during the button. Maybe somewhere you're going to change to uppercase. You have a heading. You want this to whole uppercase. You can do that, right? So that is heading 3. I will go to the heading 3. Where is our heading 3 here? And I can say text transform. So when you're dealing with the text, right, you have a color. Remember, color of the text. We use uh, text align, right, left, right, center. You can do that. Now you can do the text transform, the important one, to uppercase. Correct. See, now this heading changed to uppercase. Okay, easy. This will be very easy to understand, you guys know, but you will be practicing a lot, so let's don't worry. Text spacing and text, there is text shadow also, right? So let's say text spacing. Basically, in text spacing, there is letter spacing, text indent. So what is text indenting, right? Remember when you are writing in the in your something essay or something, right? Your first line, you give some gap, correct? I mean on the left side, right? That is called indent, right? Text indent. Okay, so we're gonna check this now in our paragraph, right? Let's call this PA, right? P dot A, and I want to add some text indent. Okay, text indent to maybe 50. So that is 5 rem, right? 5 rem. I can do that. So right now you're not going to see, but you see this is already moved, right? See, this two was same size, but this already moved. Okay, guys, there is some construction. My God, one more day we will have some disturbance, but anyway. So what I'm gonna do, I'll just take this out for now. Let's go back, right? And we're gonna make everything for now. Just comment this out or delete this, right? So look at here. So this two is same. If I don't put indent, right here, if I remove this for now, comment that out. See, they are same, but I want my first paragraph having some space, right? If I need, that is indent. Okay, I can just put text indent 5 rem, and see 5 rem means 50 pixels. See that move 50 pixel from the left side. See that? So that is called indent. Letter spacing. So now if you want space between each character, right, you can do that also. So let's add here itself, and I'm gonna make maybe 0.2 em, right? Em. Let's do that. And if I do that, look at there, my whole thing has moved. So there is space between the letter, right? Each character. See that? That is called letter spacing. Okay, I can increase the font size. Let's increase font size, right? Font size, make it maybe 2 rem. That is 20 pixel, right? Now check. Now check, right? See? So these are the few properties, right, you're gonna need while working with CSS. You can change also line height, right? Line height. So line height is normally why we need, right? Sometimes we have big font, okay, very big size, right? And in that situation, there will be the gap between two different line, and you want to reduce that gap, right? So let's do that. What I'm going to do, I'm going to put line height here, and I will make it maybe 10 rem, or not 10 rem, 1 rem, right? Let's put that and see what. So now look at here, right? The first paragraph and second paragraph, there is no gap, no much gap, right? There is no much gap, but we can change that now, right? Let's go back here, and I'm going to show you practically, right? So let's make some line height around 2 rem. Save. So see, they see, even the line height change between the first paragraph, right? See, there is change in the height now. So if I make it 30 pixel, see that they're all changing now, right? So line height of this paragraph, basically only for this one is changing, not for all, right? Because I have only selected right now this first paragraph, okay, with class A, right? So sometimes we have to make sure if the font size is big, right? Let's make it maybe 5 rem, right? And then look at here. Let's imagine this is the font size, right? And there is no gap between each line. Now in that situation, you just increase the line height, make it 5 rem, and what can, so it's too much, make it maybe 4 rem or maybe 3.5, right? Like that. Okay. So you can adjust, right? Sometimes you need to do this, okay? Sometimes you're gonna need that. So that is line height. The height between the two different line, right, of that particular paragraph or heading or whatever, okay, that element. So that is the line height. So one more there is, right, word spacing. So now this means the, okay, just change this to 2 rem, and let's remove the line height for now. So word spacing, right? So there is a word, correct, in the paragraph. There are many words. So if I add this word spacing of maybe 1 rem, what gonna happen? Let's do. So see, now the space between two word is 1 rem. They change, right? See, that is 10 pixel. Every word has same space between them. Now if I will bring it maybe 1 rem, save. Oh, I changed the font size, sorry guys. So 1 rem, 10 pixel. I'm gonna make this maybe 0.5, right? Or make it more less, okay, 0.2, something like that. Still more, 0.1. So let's try with, sometimes, you know, in this situation, right, sometimes you have to use pixel, okay? So let's, if there is no word spacing, how it looks, right? Let's do the normal. So it looks something like this, right? Now if you want to add something, word spacing, right? And if you do, let's say 1 pixel is very small, right? See, it's just still added something, but 10 pixel, how much? That is 1 rem, okay? See, now they added more space, right? But just remember, this is the space between each word. There is already some default space, but you can increase it, right, if you have to. Okay, so that was the text, guys. That is enough for the text. White space, let's not worry about that. But just give a reading, right? I mean, you guys have to do the reading. There is text shadow also, right? I mean, you can add the shadow. This is some kind of things or just to style, right? So we talk about this later, but for now, in the advanced course, right, we're going to do some animations and all that, text shadow, all that. But for now, we have to do the basic CSS. That's what we're doing. So next one is font. Okay. So what is font now, right? Basically, what kind of font we're going to use. There are different kind of fonts, hundreds and thousands, right? So you just have to go Google font first. Let's get a font, right? Some font, okay? Google font, right? Font. So I can choose from here, okay? Lot of option, right? Lot of options. So I will remove now. You just look at here, right? If I close this out, I open this again. Somewhere here I can, because I added something from before, right? So it's still here. I can clean this off, okay? So where is the clean button? Collapse and then import, export, and all that. Okay, there should be somewhere the clean. Where is the clean? Okay, here. Sorry, guys. So inside this box, right? Scroll down and remove all. Okay. Yeah. So now my font is gone. I'm going to find something new. So I will click here, Google font. I will search, right? So what kind of font we need? You want some designing, right, for your navigation header, something like that. You can check. Just choose from whatever you want, right? So I'm going to choose maybe you know, I don't know what to choose, right? uh, okay, I'll just do Roboto Mono, right? This Roboto Mono. Okay, so I'll click here on that font. That font will be open, and let's say, for example, right, I have one text which is very thin. Okay, I'm going to select that thin. The weight is 100, right? Here, very small. The next one, for my paragraph, I'm gonna need like regular, right? 400. And for my heading, right, I'm gonna take a bold. Okay, 700. Okay, so that's it. Now it's selected. Here, the first I'm going to import the font, right? When I just click import, you can add the link also, right, in index page. Okay, just copy the whole thing and add in your index page. But normally what I like to do is import the this part, right, in my CSS, in my style, right? I'm going to add to the style. So let's go back, and in the CSS on the top, right, before anything. Okay, just put it here. So because I have only one font right now, right, that's the font family. I will select, and I'm going to add in the body. Okay, so it will be applied almost everywhere, right? Or you can put in the root also, is okay. You can add there, is fine, right? Soon you put that font, look at here. See, everything changed now. See? Yeah. So now, right, let's look at this heading 3. Or maybe, yeah, let's look at heading 3, right, and do some change. Okay, so heading 333, heading 3 here, uppercase. So I want to add a font weight, right? I have a 700, remember? Font weight, I will make it 700. So it is dark, right? It's already dark. Okay, that's fine. But my paragraph now, right, I'm going to do the paragraph p tag, or maybe just apply to the a, right? A. Let's make this font size, letter spacing, let's make it 1. Font size is text indent, font size is 2 rem, right? Let's make it a little small. Okay, so I'm gonna do 1.5. that will be around 15 pixel. Okay, and now because these are, like a, we have changed the what you call that, the zoom, right, high, so that's why you see like that, but normally it's not big. Okay, so I'm gonna do this font weight, right? Font weight to how much? That is 400. Okay, that's fine, 400. But in my heading, right, heading 3, oh, sorry, font weight, I said I'm gonna do 100, right, just to test. Okay, see that? So this is thin font, right? Thin font. See, just change the font weight to 100, and it looks it will gonna be something like this, right? This is the one. Okay, you can choose this 100 italic also, right? But right now that was the 100. This is 200. So you have to choose which size of font you want, right? It's not size, but it is the weight, means how dense, right? It is the dense, like thick or thin. That is the weight of the font. Okay, so that is called font weight. So we learn how to choose the font, how to add weight and all that. So there is font size, we know that, right? You can find the Google font also, all that. Font style, what is font style? Look at here now, right? So you can change the style of the font, like normal, italic, oblique, right? So let's add something here in our paragraph. Okay, so change this, right, to font style, and make it, see, you get all this, right? Let's make it italic. Okay, and change to our CSS, and look at here, right? So this one paragraph got italic now, right? So there are few things in the text and few things in the font, right? And that maybe you're thinking text and font is same thing, almost same thing, right? But the font is normally related to the font, like Google font, what kind of font you want to apply, then font size, how big you want, font weight, how dense. Now the text is related to alignment, left, right, center, how, where you going to move the text, left, right, center, you know, uh, you want to make text uppercase, lowercase, things like that. So just after some practice, you will be okay. Okay. So okay, guys, let's keep it up to here, right, for this class, and you guys gonna do some practice. Basically, you have most of the idea now, right? We'll check icons, links, and some other stuff tomorrow. Okay. The position, also we have G index and all that. But let's keep it up to here. And as we need, right, we're gonna learn the CSS. But I just don't want to add too much stuff one time, because still we're gonna repeat a lot of things in the future. We have new students, so for now you have enough CSS idea, right, to do the work. I mean, basically, when you're doing something with the CSS, it's okay now, right? So I will stop the video. Okay, thank you.